today, but I'm bored, so I'm gonna do another one. Um, so, I hope you guys don't. I hope you guys like this game. I did fall 0-1. 0-1 last game. But I am back and readier than ever. I believe we played. I played AOK AOK my first time. I really didn't do good in second half. That's where I would like to improve my game.
This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see third-year man Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears. As they
Coach, we find ourselves at the
That's where I would like to improve my game a little bit more.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Denver Broncos.
Alright, so yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Denver Broncos this season are not as good as probably most people would, what should I say? I don't know what word I should use. Like them. And yeah. They have, I can't remember who their quarterback is. They've changed it so many times.
Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
What I loved about meeting with
There's some plays that I would like to Joe Flacco. There's some plays that I would like to bring into game 2. There are some games I would not like to bring in game 2, but who knows. I will be simulating the next, I will play them, but I'm going to simulate them for you, because I'm going to have at least a good 8-9 games in the second, like half type thing. Yeah. So that's going to be. I don't think that's. It might be actually. I think that's 10 yards. 5 yards. So that's still hardball?
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense heading out, led by Mitchell Trubisky, a Pro Bowler last year in 2018. And, of course, the number 2 overall pick in the draft back in 2017. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10.
Oh, this looks like a blitz. I'm going to blitz me from behind.
This is Tariq Cohen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him
people, well, obviously not on YouTube because I don't have a lot of viewers, but people ask me a lot. They ask me a lot. Do you, because I go to a lot of friends' parties and a lot of people like Madden. So, they ask me, what do you think is best? And personally, I like man-to-man on defense. Obviously against my friend named Ethan, I'm not going to blitz him every single time because he is going to know or he'll counter it somehow, somewhere.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
You know, and it's kind of fun just playing this, you know. I'm normally a morning person. My friends are not, so I will mainly be streaming in the morning, not in the afternoon, because I will be playing with my friends in the afternoon. We normally play Siege. I would not be streaming Siege, but I will be playing Siege, probably editing it, and then putting it on my channel. I would like to put Siege videos. I might put like a Minecraft one random in there. I don't know why I would, but I would probably.
I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pre-game. That's what they did
So
there.
Green Bay's 2-1. That's going to hurt me. 2-0. Oh no.
Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky.
Go back. Slide back.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover.
I'll be satisfied with the field goal.
That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now
Broken thumb, jeez.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball
Probably
court,
gonna miss this.
They want to contest
With this
each
kicker,
and every
it's his
pass.
age.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Yep, I missed it. Darn it.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Flacco fakes the give. Sets to throw. Open man is Holmes. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Flacco, and he's got Booker. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Flacco. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Looking deep for Gabriel. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete.
Now the question is, does he take down both feet? There's one. If he gets on that left foot, I don't know. If he takes down that left foot, because the right foot touches, I believe. Where do he have the ball in his hand? There. No. Good call.
Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Here's
That
second
was a
and 10
great
now
call.
from the 29.
I gotta give it to these refs. These refs hasn't been. The refs were not good at all in 19. But they have been pretty good in 20.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 2 first downs have him up.
Robinson, this is going to you, buddy.
First and 10.
Better catch it.
Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Dropped it.
Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Make it back-to-back completion. Darn it.
Almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Play action. Flacco. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman, and have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. But anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9. 12
yards there and a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they worked on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season. They got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Flacco to throw. Sutton drilling it in on the left side. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Flacco. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense.
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, as the first half is winding down, and the Broncos are in for 6. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise.
Now Trubisky lost the football. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Trubisky will throw. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's going to fight. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we've reached halftime with and okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Touchdown, Denver.
I just didn't win the game.
His first touchdown of the new season, and the Broncos will extend their lead.
That just gave them the game.
Left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half. Come on, man, let's go.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because We often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Into heavy traffic.
My gosh.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And Denver getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's
challenge.
Second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Just get a touchdown.
Philip Lindsay, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it.
Wow. Where's my front line at?
Popping in for the sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now it's Trubisky.
Get rid of it!
And he goes down.
I have to go for it. I have no choice to.
Sack to Von Miller. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now
I have to. I have no choice.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Catch it!
It's going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
I didn't even know I was that close.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. To pass, Flacco. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. That's number 4. And how about this, a fake?
Get rid of it.
Not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention.
After this, I'm going to take about a 5-minute break, so I will be back on it in about 5 minutes.
They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Pick up there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2.
Just get rid of it.
For 8 yards. Flacco, his pass caught at the 4. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before.
I'm going to take a 5-minute break.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Rupp. He's got a man. Complete. It's a gain of 35. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. On 1st down, Trubisky. Out left to Shaheen. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs wouldn't be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, well, we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Well, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, and you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Derek Wolfe picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now they got to get to the line quickly. After the sack on 1st down, Trubisky, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted,
and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Derek Wolfe getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on.
And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters. And this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the counter, Lindsey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And they take a knee. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched.